Hello lacrosse friends, welcome to day 4 of the 2024 SHEBOX SHEBOX. I'm starting coverage this morning with Canada. They're called Canada Women's Box-Lacrosse Global Network, wearing the black with the green and white accents against England, wearing their white with the red and a bit of blue trim, going right to left. Opening draw was scuttled. England got it. Now they will set up in possession. Rosie Bathurst with the ball. Tries to get it to Steph Grimes. Didn't quite connect. It's down along the near boards. 2 players battling, 4 players battling, 5 players battling. Lizzie Bottrell pops it out, pulls it away, and takes off. Breakaway. Now England has a defender coming out. Bottrell shoots. Nice stop there. That was Tabby Podger starting between the pipes for England. Lizzie Bottrell has been a part of the England training squad for much of the time leading up to this tournament. Gets the first really good chance, and there Lauren Lewis rips one the other way. That's a little bit wide of the net, which is guarded currently by Evelyn Susie from Saskatchewan, Canada. Evelyn is a youngster. Here's a chance. Oh, nice save, Podger. Great opportunity there for Erica Evans. Evans a big difference maker for this club. She was not here the first day of the event, and it makes a big difference. She was here for the second and third days, and she's one of the best players on the planet. Men, women, field, box, sixes. She helps. In fact, they're playing defense as England. Lauren Lewis, one of their leading scorers, tries to flick it through. Evans knocks it down. She's trying to get it to Lucy Ford. That's going to be a 30-second violation. And Canada / WBGLN, we'll call them the network, has possession. Tiffany McIntyre. Set up for a shift on O. Here's a drive by Bridget Nielsen. That one's wide. They're going to get it back. 4 righties out there for the network. Internationally, there tends to be a bit of a dearth of lefties at times. Network gets it back. They've still got 15 on the shot clock. That's a pretty big swat. Yeah, that's going to be the first penalty of the game. It'll be a slashing call to Hannah Foxcroft. I think the first one was okay. The second one was marginal. The third one, the hand went up. There's a shot just before the 30, and it will be a minute because there are 2 15-minute halves being played. So penalties are 1 minute for minors, 3 for majors. And as often happens, a discussion between the official and the player. And I got a little instruction. Ryan Wallace is saying you got a cross check. There was no question. You could see it coming as the slash is mounted up. So Global Network 2, the power play. Evans will be at the top as they go strong left. Back pedals, dragging, shoots, stopped by Podger. Nice save. It's going to be a fresh 30, and the network will get it. Lots of time for Brianna Tremblay to pick it up. There's a lot of talent on the Global Network left side there with Tremblay and Evans. Who's the third lefty? That would be Jessica Benning. It's a pretty good group. We'll see what they can do. England, a pretty disciplined box/diamond. And at least for an outside shot, that one's stopped again by Podger. Podger having some trouble, and that is no call. The goalie wanted a checking the crease call as she was throwing that pass with the contact. Not called, and that one just gets away from Evans. Fran Partial fights through it, loses the ball, and fighting to get it back. Makes a pass as she runs through the defender coming up. That was Meredith Ingham Clark. Ingham Clark up on offense. She's number 3 for the network. Evans, hard shot low. Podger makes the stop. Nice scoop on the rebound. Picking up that loose ball and the good pass ahead. That's Zara Russell pushing the pace, but the kick quite connect with Laura Wright and Susie, who is 16, 17, very young. Had an interview with her after she tried out for the Canadian team for the World Championships. She went to one of the 2 camps, each of which, one in Ontario, one in BC, each of which had over 100 women, I think about 120 women each. Ripped by Evans, is blocked out front by a stick. Nice defensive clogging by England. Oh, there you go. That one, Podger got a bit once again, but you're not going to deny the Global Network for too long, and Evans gets them on the board. It's 1-0. Evans goes and tracks this one down, and I think she kind of caught everyone a bit by surprise. You could see the D was thinking, oh, she's pretty far out. Step inside, her left foot's actually almost on the restraining line, and I think she may have noticed that Podger wasn't quite ready. Tabby Podger and Lucy Mayers sharing time in the England net. Evelyn Susie, as we mentioned, starting for the network, and Nicole Howie is their other goaltender.
Goal scored by player number 11.
Lizzie Botchell to take the draw. She's up this time against Claudia Lane. And they will come giving each other a tap. They're close friends and friendly rivals in the South Box League in England. The Ravens and the Blaze. Lizzie Botchell was a Raven and then started the Boxford B-Oxford, get it? They're from Oxford and they play box. The Boxford Blaze. So there were two teams, and they had a domestic league in the south of England this year for women. 4 men's teams, 2 women's teams. Tremendous to see it. And you can see how it's helping here. And there's a goal for Lucy Ford, who has been playing very well for this club. They take advantage of the power play as Bottrell was sent to the box. And Ford, that's just a beauty. Far side past the left foot of Evelyn Susie. And it was interesting, Evelyn Susie was saying when I talked to her after the tryout camp for Canada's national team, she said the biggest challenge was playing in the wider nets. Normally she plays with boys for the most part in minor lacrosse, and they're playing in the 4-foot by 4'6" net. Here's a break, a chance for the network. Oh, beautiful finish. What a shot by Brianna Tremblay. She is lethal, and this is a lovely setup. Nice little touch pass as Tremblay just slips in behind everyone. England's not going to be thrilled that they lost track of her off the draw there. And of all the people to lose track of, I would suggest Tremblay and Evans are not the ones. But yeah, Susie was saying they played in the international size / NLL size nets, which are 4 feet by 4 feet 9, 4 feet high, 4 feet 9 wide. That 3 inches, huge difference. A lacrosse ball is about 2.5 inches. So as a goalie, you think you have your angles covered, and then all of a sudden, here's a shot by Finch Philbrook, stopped by Podger. That was almost in. Philbrook's been a revelation this weekend, but you think you've got that angle covered, then all of a sudden, there's an extra 3 inches there. There's a spot for the ball where you would normally have it covered. That was a 4-second call or 5-second call. Podger didn't get the ball out of the crease in time. You have to either pass it out or step out. Evans rips one top. Jeez, that's a beauty. Again, from just inside the restraining line. Evans going to town from downtown. Okay, the left foot was actually outside the restraining line that time when she took it. It is a shortish rink here in Radotín at LCC, Lacrosse Club Custodes. What I like to call the jewel of Radotín. One of the most beautiful lacrosse facilities you will encounter in the world, nestled into the community. Natasha Bronkhorst in for the draw for the network, but it's going to be England coming away with it, scooped up there by Tash Gage. Gage back to Foxcroft. Foxcroft playing primarily a defensive role, but you see she's standing up row. She scored a handful of goals. She can be quite effective at both ends of the floor. Lizzie Bottrell will come away with the loose ball eventually. Foxcroft on her. Good job to get the pass out. A little struggle for Tiffany McIntyre. And they're going to get tight on the 10-second count, but they get it ahead. Nice job clearing it out, and Avery Gert. Big swat there from Katie Greenwood. Mostly a forward for England, but she's coming back to play. A lot of righty forwards on the other side. Not a lot of lefties. They've got Tash Gage, number 4, Rosie Bathurst, number 21. Here on the run is Laura Wright. Oh. It's on the side. It's a good check. Mackenzie Shimko flirting with the check on the back, but got her in the side. That's a great play coming for the slide help. Now Lucy Ford over along the boards, fighting for it. Only 5 left on the shot clock for England. This is a great defensive shift for the network, and they will be rewarded with possession as the 30-second buzzer goes. Network lead 3-1. England had a terrific game yesterday with Germany. Germany wound up winning that one. got a lead, and then England it was very close early. It was 1-1 after the first quarter. That's a bit much of a pick. That'll be called an illegal pick. Adele Larden, a little zealous. And here comes Steph Grimes. There's a battle. That's going to be it's not over and back. Yeah, it was over and back. Women's Network will get possession, but they picked it up anyway, so play on. Well officiated. Here's Evans. Nice breakdown to get past Partial. Far side, great save, Podger. Foot out, throws the stick and gets a bit of it. Gets up out of play, and it'll be a fresh 30 for the Network. It's going to be taken there by Adele Larden. Finds a player coming in off the bench. That's Jessica Benning. The last attacker coming in and went to cut through the middle. Thought she might have had a lane. Oh, nice save, Podger again on the Evans shot. Another chance, another save by Podger, another one. Wow! Tabby Podger clipped that one for the highlight reel. There's a wide open player up the floor. It's Laura Beeman. Tried to get it to the back door, knocked down by Leah Catton. Good job by Catton to swat that one away. Catton from the New Westminster Salmon Bellies team in British Columbia. Had a nice chat with her. Her brother's here as well. Her brother played in the Alice Rebeski several years ago. And now Leah has a chance to come and play this week at the SHEBOX. And her brother is here to watch. So they big fans of each other. One of those great sibling relationships where they're very supportive and both terrific lacrosse players. Really cool to see them here. I was hanging out with them for a bit. Among the many lovely, lovely people here in Radotín for the E-Box, SHEBOX, and the Alice Rebeski to start Wednesday. Lucy Ford looking for the lane she liked to shoot. Got it, but missed the net. Catton, nice little shovel pass, a lever pass over. On the run is Bronkhorst. She's got Boxwell in the middle. Oh no, that's not Boxwell, it's a different number. That's Lizzie Boxwell right there, trying to stay on side. Doesn't. Great work by Alice Johns. Alice Johns kind of looked at the official to see if she was good to keep running. On the restart she did. Kind of slowed up the check, sped back up, and then goes cross crease and just tucks it past the foot. Look at this. This is a beauty. I think she was very close to the crease. Now the official's right there. Let's watch this one. Can't see it. Boy, she was close. I think if it was the NLL, you'd see a challenge flag flying right now from the World Lacrosse Network bench, but there's not, and that's a lovely finish by Alice Johns. Big battle, Davina Ematulu for England, taking the face off there, number 73. England had a few chances to get it, can't come away with it, so Philbrook gets it for the Network. Here's Evans. Ematulu, nice job on her, and then a big pick. Good job to open it up there by Phoebe Blakely-Crew. Phoebe Blakely-Crew, who played polo lacrosse. Yes, it's a real thing. I'll talk about it more in a bit. Here's a break for England. Great hustle by Evans to get back. She is a speedster. England setting up. Eric Evans plays in the men's league I play in Peterborough sometimes, and she's terrifying because she's so fast and so skilled. Oh, great chance for Lewis. She scores. England ties it up. Lauren Lewis, sniper, gets open in the middle. Lovely little pass to get it through. Here's Lucy Ford, and just a little miscommunication by the Network defenders. They got tied up there together with Blakely-Crew and Bridget Nielsen, just kind of ran into each other, and that provided a little lane for Lauren Lewis to slip into, and she is so effective inside. She's also a real calming presence for the England group. Very poised in the. If you watch the South Box League or Southern Box League games on YouTube from England, she was the one often as it would get a bit scrambly. A lot of players new to the game, a lot of people feeling the rush. They played field lacrosse and feeling the rush of the 30-second clock. Here's Catton with a shot, stopped out front. I think it was blocked by a defender. Network gets it back, but she was the one, Lewis, who would come out and say, settle down, settle down. Let's get set. Nice save, Podger. Looks behind her to see if the ball is in there. It is not. It's in the corner. But Podger's given up a couple of long shots, but she has really been dynamite in tight. Here's Brooklyn Rosario of the Mimico Mountaineers in women's major series across Ontario. This now is Avery Gert. Gert's shot doesn't get through, so it is blocked. We have a fresh 30. Catton, nice work. She's going to get her own loose ball off that rebound. Actually, she's going to tap it over. Kind of a pause for the Global Network. Brooklyn Rosario from the outside. Another nice save, Podger, and you can hear the England bench. They're getting fired up more and more with each save that Podger makes. Fran Partial spins to get away from the forecheck from Savannah Smith. Here's Rosie Bathurst. Big collision. I don't think Tash Gage liked that too much. It got up a little high, but Bathurst tried to pass it off. I think she actually had a pretty good lane to the net to just go and shoot. Sometimes the most unselfish play is to be a little selfish. Yeah, it's got to be an illegal pick. Lizzie Bottrell really zesty with that one. Oh, now there's going to be a delay of game penalty. As on the restart, you've got to give the player space. Laura Wright needed it. It was not afforded her. And that's going to be Avery Gert going for a minute or less for the delay of game. So it's 3-3. We figured this was going to be competitive. It is competitive. And Women's Global Network had 5 players out there. Obviously, they're killing the penalty. We're going to have to shift that up a little bit. So Natasha Bronkhorst. Oh, they've switched. Lizzie Bottrell was up at the top of the penalty kill. Now they've got Bronkhorst and I have to check the number there on the other penalty killer up top. But Bottrell is down low. Sorry, you got to turn around for me to see those numbers. I don't know everyone on all the rosters yet. Lewis playing lefty. Gets it across. There's a shot from Ellie Rackle. That one's wide. And the network gets it. Oh, nice job getting out of the double team. Just dropping the ball where her teammates going to get to it. That was Jessica Benning on the penalty kill. Bottrell, that's a 10-second count. Just a bit of a kind of a loss of time and space there for Bottrell. She needs to make the pass ahead. So there's going to be another possession for England. Laura Beeman, hard rip. Susie shoulders that one aside. Lewis goes and gets it back. So with England a little shorter on lefties, they do have Lauren Lewis going and playing. She's there with her right hand now. She's switching over to lefty at times. She's just switched again. She switched back to right. Depending on where she is, where the defense are, she kind of do either. I think she's a lot more effective right-handed, but she can play with her left hand. Back to even strength, and that is stopped by Evelyn Susie. You see those green and yellow Saskatchewan gloves that she's played for Team Saskatchewan at Canadian Nationals. Nice job on the forecheck. That's going to cause a turnover and maybe a scoring chance. I thought Katie Greenwood was thinking about the reverse whip. Didn't hate the idea given the situation. We're going to have a penalty to England now as Network running the floor. As Erica Evans tries to rip one across. Catton does get it off the boards. Extra attacker's not out. Susie's staying in her net. Not sure if she didn't see the delayed penalty coming or if they just decided it wasn't worth it. But there's Evans. Great save, Podger. Gets up out of play. Holy cow, Tabby Podger. Let's put a highlight reel together for Tabby Podger from this game. She has been sensational. So it's going to be on the penalty kill. Partial and Fran Partial and Zara Russell up at the top. Divina Ematulu and that will be Lauren Hurley are the low penalty killers. Strong left for Canada / WGN Women's Network. This is Benning at the top. They've got Evans and Tremblay are the lefties. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is Tremblay. I figured it would be. Up to Evans. Network. The perimeter passing for the time being. They get a shot off there. Ematulu gets it. Oh, that's a pretty nice sidestep. Good awareness. Ematulu seeing what's available. Evans all over her. Oh, no, don't go over center. Davina Ematulu just lost track of where she was. Very good. An England assistant coach, Scott Joyner, sounds like he was yelling at the refs. I think he was saying he was calling timeout as things started to look a little testy. But it was a nice job by Ematulu to get out over center. Just a slight mental lapse. Oh, nice save, Podger. That may have been a little bit of luck. I think every other one, she's seen that one. Jessica Benning fired through, and it looked like it just kind of hit Podger. Just reinforces how good she's been with that positioning. Oh, there you go. That's a beauty from Brianna Tremblay and a lovely cross-crease pass. the network pulls back in front with the power play goal. You've got two England defenders chasing up. This is an issue we've seen a couple of times for England where they get both their defenders edging up too much and leaving someone behind. You can't leave Brianna Tremblay down there. So that's why they're playing these games. Women have not had a ton of opportunity to play box lacrosse. It is wonderful that they're happening. Things like the Women's Box Lacrosse Global Network are huge resources. Things happening in England are great. Germany, Japan. Oh, and there's a shot by Evans. That's going to extend the lead to 5-3. Did you know that Japan is not in the first ever the World Lacrosse Women's Box Championship in Utica this September? They are still coming to play scrimmages. They have a training pool of, I think it's 37 players that they announced a week or two ago. And they are going to come to Utica and play some teams. I don't know who yet, but they've got accommodations booked. They're coming. Unbelievable commitment to the box game by Japan, and that's an example of how much women want to play lacrosse, box lacrosse. Emma Tulu might have gotten away with one because her stick kind of slid up to the neck of Savannah Smith there. Brooklyn Rosario, she's going to get a reset. That angle on the bouncer got a little off, but it did tap off the shoulder cap of Podger, and it'll be a fresh 30 for the network. Rosario runs into some space. She's got a good lane. Nice save, Podger. It's a good shot from Rosario, but Podger has been just stellar. I know she's given up 5 goals in a 15-minute half, but she has faced a ton of chances. Rosario trying to battle her way through. That's a big pick, Finn Philbrook. And she disagrees, as players always do, but that was, I thought, pretty clear, buckling the defender's legs. Nice pass ahead. Oh, it was just tipped, and Tash Gage lost track of it. Into the final 30, whoever gets this will have a chance. And there's a big check. Lizzie Boxwell coming in to clear some space out. The network gets it. They've got 16 left in the first half. Bottrell runs through a check, gets across center, tries a shovel pass. It will get there. Works out well. Tiffany McIntyre keeps it moving. Now it's on the floor, scooped up there. They're down to a sack, and they're not going to get a shot off in time. And we will go to the half, an exciting and quite well played half of women's box lacrosse at 5-3 for the Women's Box Lacrosse Global Network over England. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back at the SHEBOX 2024.
She then interferes and goes through on the forward line. Okay. Lovely. That's fine. Thank you for clarifying.
Ryan, we're talking about passing out of the crease. Goalie's taking it's in or out. If it's out, it's okay. If it's still in, it's not.
Well, yeah, it's where because it's after the ball leaves the stick.
After, okay. Yeah. Hello, lacrosse friends. Welcome back to SHEBOX 2024. It is World Women's Box Lacrosse Global Network 5, England 3. Turns out it was a 5-minute halftime. My bad. I thought it was 2. Got a pretty infectious groove going for our halftime entertainment. This one, Annabelle Akintoya, the England captain, who's not in. She hasn't been playing the last couple of days. She is over on the bench. You can see her just to the far left of the England bench with her arm in a sling. Just flicked her hair over her shoulder. Her captaincy is covered by the sling, but she was grooving. She was getting into it, and I think everyone was feeling it a bit. We were getting ready to get back underway. A handful of England players are injured. Between Jane Lee, who's a big part of this team, rolling around. She has a ruptured Achilles, or torn Achilles. Here's Erica Evans. We'll get back to that. Oh, nice save. On the first shot she faces, that one is turned aside by Nicole Howie. Oh, sorry. That was Lucy Mayers. Nicole Howie is the other Canadian goalie, but they've been playing. And I think Nicole Howie has come in. We'll check. No, I think Nicole Howie's still out. I think the network has been playing full games with their goalies. I'll double check. No, that's Evelyn Susie with the yellow and green gloves. Oh, blocked shot by Lizzie Bottrell on the Lauren Lewis shot. Couldn't quite complete the pass. That's going to be an over and back, though. I think Ellie Rackle just lost track of where she was. Had possession, steps over center. Can't do that. Away we go. Network. Brooklyn Rosario into the offensive zone. Bit of a slow change for the network. Esme Breach took advantage of that to get up and harass the network players and causes a turnover. Nice shift by Esme Breach. Now the forecheck from the network, and that is going to lead to the ball rolling free. Bottrell going after it. It's Lauren Wright that comes with it. Sorry, Laura Wright. And now it's a bit of a slow change for England, and the network is all over them. Finch Philbrook, a bit much. She's going to take a holding call for that reaching over the top. So, chance to the net. Rosie Bathurst gets a shot off just as the 30 was expiring. It is turned aside by Evelyn Susie, and it'll be a holding call to Philbrook. So England, trailing by a couple, will go to the penalty box, or go to the power play. We're playing 2 15-minute stop time halves. Teams have the option to play full 4 quarters, 15-minute stop time, and many of the teams have done some of the longer games and some of these shorter games. We'll go over how each of these teams has fared through the weekend. That shot was wide. Network gets it. Nice job coming out. And the pass ahead connects. Here's Tremblay. Warding off called on Tremblay, who is in disbelief, as players are wont to be when their transgressions are pointed out by someone blowing a whistle and raising their hand. Rosie Bathurst moves it ahead. I had a chance to talk to a lot of these players from these teams and all the other 8, well, many of the other 8 women's the SHEBOX teams, and they are just loving this experience. And right now, nobody's loving it more than Lucy Ford, who drops the head of the stick and finds a little hole in Evelyn Susie. Where does this one go? Susie squares up. Oh, near side, I think. Slips it in. So it closes up. England's back within 1. Claudia Lane and Aaliyah Catton to face off. Yeah, the passion, the excitement of the women getting a chance to play has been unparalleled, I would say. Right about the lane, tries to control it with her foot. Cassandra pops away. It's going to be scooped up there by Blakely Crew, Phoebe Blakely Crew. I was telling you, she played polo lacrosse, and it's literally, you're on a horse, you have a long stick with a basket at the end, and you have a lacrosse ball, and you ride around and play lacrosse. And I didn't believe it, but she showed me pictures. Ask me, I'll show you. Blakely Crew passes it down. 10 on the shot clock for the Global Network. There's Evans finding a spot between the legs of Lucy Mayers, and the network extends their lead back up to 2. Evans going underhand. The underhand is the shot de rigueur. Lately, you've seen both goals here in the second half so far, scored on underhand. Sub shots, as I like to call them in BC. We have a fair number of BC players here in the WGN team. Global Network, yes. Lizzie Bottrell's shovel pass didn't connect with anyone, but it will be scooped up by Tremblay. Tremblay rips one off the post. That was so close. She's such a good shooter. Such a compact shooting stroke, too. That was just proven a little bit tricky for Tiffany McIntyre. And the England team will come away with it. Rosie Bathurst and Helena Prettyman are actually kind of battling over it. And neither will get it as it's now down on the floor. Great job reaching through. Is that Tremblay? Yeah, it's Brianna Tremblay. Like a scrum half. Sneaks in with the stick, pulls it back out of everyone's legs, gets control for the network and a fresh 30. She falls down. There have been a few turf issues. There's been some rain the first couple days of the weekend. Generally, if you're wearing the right shoes, it hasn't been too bad, and it's been nice yesterday and today. So generally not too many troubles. England has it. They're moving forward. Rosie Bathurst has gotten ahead. Is there a passing lane? Not really. Helena Prettyman was thinking about it. Bathurst can't quite handle that pass. She'll track it down, though. A little pick on Rosario. There's Bathurst, great chance. That was Georgie Rudder, by the way, setting that pick earlier. I was just searching for it. Here's Tash Gage. Nice job ducking under. Gets a little pick from Rudder. Georgie Rudder doing the hard work. It always takes the people willing to put in the grind to create opportunities. Gage goes down. It's going to be a penalty called. Network doesn't like it. There's a crease violation. So there's going to be, I think it's Mackenzie Shimko. Cross-check, maybe? I think that what the network really doesn't like is there's kind of a delay as Gage was banged. It's going to be a boarding call. I think that what they didn't like was the Gage went into the boards, and then she dropped a moment later, and after she fell down, the hand went up. And it might have been just a ref deciding, but it doesn't look good when it seems like the ref's influenced by a player falling instead of just if they'd stayed up. Can they creep back? England, nice chance on the back door. They do. Great pass, Lucy Ford, the righty on her offside, gets it across, and Ellie Rackle buries that quick stick. Great job finding that passing lane by Ford. Interesting one, because Ford, that pass was actually almost where a lefty's stick would be. Ford had to kind of cross her stick over to grab that one, and then she pulls it back to the right, and it completely changes the angle for the defender to look at. And I think that may have actually messed up the defender. I'm not sure who that was. But yeah, it works out well for England. Nice pass by Lucy Ford. Great finish by Rackle. And England's back within one, and they're working to try and get that ball back. And they will. Hannah Foxcroft comes away with it. She's got Claudia Lane ahead. There's a passing lane there, but I'm not sure she's convinced it's going to actually help a whole lot. Oh, good decision. If she can get it. Oh, Foxcroft needed to just get that pass off. Didn't quite get it in time, and that's a breakaway from Erica Evans. Oh, foot save! And Lucy Mayers is a very demonstrative goaltender. She does the foot stomp. Well deserved after kicking the foot out and punting that shot from Erica Evans about 20 feet out of the crease area. Penalty coming to the global network, so England is going to get some attackers out and go after this. They've got 16 seconds left on the shot clock. Mayers does not go to the bench for an extra attacker, so it's just a 5-on-5 for now. Hard shot by Ford, but that's well off the mark, and it's going to be an over and back. That will end this opportunity. And Jessica Benning was chugging away, racing after that loose ball. I'm not sure she realized that the delayed penalty was coming. Now she's surprised that it's against her. Saying contact to the head will make it an illegal cross check. Oh, illegal body check, sorry. Illegal body check on Jessica Benning. In England, with the power play, they just connected on one. And there's Lucy Ford on that lefty shooter spot as a righty again. And they have the same over on that righty crease. They've got Ellie Rackle. Lauren Lewis on the righty shooter spot. Let's see if they get it to her this time. Bathurst back up to Ford. There's the pass to Lewis. Shoots far side. don't think that was that far off. From up here, it looked a ways off, and I feel like that was pretty close to the far post. They go up to Beeman at the top. She'll rip one. That one's blocked by the stick. Nice active stick in the lane. Oh, that one got through Susie, but it is corralled by her teammate. There's some pressure from Adele Larden for the network, and she's the one who blocked that shot and then throws the bait. Oh, she's going to get a penalty. She had a great defensive shift, but that's going to be adjudged a bit too much. We had 2 hands went up. Not much question for them, and she'll have to, you know, a player's innocent when they don't know which penalty box they have to go to. A little discussion amongst the officials. Was that going to be? They're sending England's alternate captain, Laura Beeman, away because they think she was listening, but they're having a discussion about, usually when the refs sit here and talk like this, is it a major or is it a minor? Unfortunately, the English player is still down on the floor. Medical personnel have come out to attend. So it's 6-5. And that's going to make it a 5-on-3 opportunity, will it? There's 8 seconds left in the penalty to Jessica Benning. So with Adele Larden joining early, a 5-on-3. Lucy Ford is up. Good for her. I mentioned yesterday I met Lucy in 2018 in Netanya at the World Field Lacrosse Championships, where she was playing a role with European Lacrosse Federation, and she was back the next year. I saw a cool picture of hers pop up, I think, a Facebook memory, from the Islands Hotel in Netanya, overlooking the beach with a parasailer. Very, very cool spot. Not quite catching, it was Rosie Bathurst. Oh, that's very close to another penalty. We are back to 5-on-4 now, and still it was a major. So this is a great chance for England. Face save Susie, and the network will take off. This was a 3-minute call to Adele Larden after Ford was flattened. Brianna Tremblay goes into the corner. Watch there, and she slips again. I think Brianna Tremblay may need to get some turf shoes if she's going to play here again. England gets it, or do they? Tremblay, no. Great body position, excellent angle. Gets it back. She's going to kill the full 30 seconds. The shot clock expires, and England gets it. Still 2:09 to go on this power play, though, with England with a chance to try to tie things up. Lucy Mayers will throw it out. Lizzie Bottrell is lurking, but luckily for England, Zara Russell was able to go back and get that without being endangered, because Bottrell saw that and it could have been really sprung herself for a breakaway. There's a nice save by Evelyn Susie on the Lauren Lewis shot. And Savannah Smith just grabs it out of Susie's pads, sticks it into her stick, and runs it up the floor to get this penalty kill going. You never know, there could be an opportunity for a transition chance to try and score. Here's Evans from the outside. Stop, Mayers. No time to celebrate on this one as the ball bounces and the network going right after it. It's going to be a loose ball push. Eric Evans looks up from the floor and says, come on, and the call is there. Good to see a nice physical game being played, but I haven't seen anything dirty. Even the hit on Lucy Ford, I don't think was anything intentional. And a bit of jarring, a bit of jousting, sparring and jousting, and they're both going to go. That'll be Katie Greenwood for England and Erica Evans for the network. And Katie Greenwood's a nice box-lacrosse player, but that is a pretty good trade-off for England to get Erica Evans off the floor for a minute. It stays 5-on-4. What is it? Oh, okay, I thought they were calling Rosie Bathurst to come off the floor. They're saying come up and check. And they're trying to get pressure on. They want to get the ball back. Oh, what a drive through the net. Bailed out by Lucy Mayers as oh, that's nasty. That was just Avery Gert with a cross check to the back. She's going to take a penalty. And that's going to make it another 5-on-3 for England. They're going to want to get a shot off here pretty quickly so they get some time. Go ahead, Lauren Lewis, let it rip. She scores! And now that one, I just got to think, because that was a major that was being worked on. I think if So, yeah, Avery Gert for sure is getting one. We'll see whether it's a minute or 3. That was a pretty vicious cross-check to the lower back. Yeah, the officials are going to talk about this. And they've got to make sure they're sharp here, because with the goal, that's a goal on one of the penalties. Now, I'm just trying to think, does it wipe out the delayed penalty, or is it the first on the major? I think it wipes out the delayed penalty. But as Andy Watson, who is the referee coach here, and really doing a great job along with Michael Leahy and others, to Greg Hart, some of the veterans, to really analyze, evaluate what all the refs are doing as they try to develop. He said, hey, if I'm not sure, then you might not be sure. And maybe go become an official. If you don't like what they're calling, go and figure it out yourself. Okay, now they're checking with the timekeepers. Oh yeah, so it's confusing. They'd sent, I'm not sure why they would have sent Adele Larden anyway, because she was serving a major. That's either the first goal on the major, or it wipes that one out. The offsetting penalties aren't affected. Obviously, Larden has to stay in there. She's shaking her head, but for sure she's got to stay in there. And she has to serve the full 3 minutes. Even there's 42 seconds left on the major when the minor was adjudicated. So it's 6-6. I'm going to let you know how each of these teams have done this weekend. They've played a bunch. England, the World Women's Box-Lacrosse Global Network, has played 6 games before today, 2 each day, mostly the shorter games. A 9-1 win over the Netherlands, a 10-4 loss to Germany. That was on day 1. Eric Evans arrived on day 2 and definitely made a difference. WGN beats Norway 14-1, and then a 10-1 win over Poland. 10-1 win yesterday over Hong Kong, and a 12-1 win over Norway. For the women, and Laura Beeman's going to go over. They're asking for a representative from each team, and Leah Catton says our captain's in the box. So Catton will step in. Laura Beeman for England is being explained. So they put the 42 seconds back up on the major, and I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure, I believe that is right, that the minor, the delayed penalty is eliminated. If there was already, I'm trying to remember the intricacies of the rulebook. I believe if there was already one goal on the major, then that goal on the delayed penalty would have actually ended the major, because it would have become the second penalty on the major. The player still has to serve the full time, and then they get released on the next hard stop, goal or penalty after that. But because the major didn't have any on it, that wipes it. So England can still score 2 on this major. They have a 5-on-4 power play, and Davina Amatulu is going to get possession after Leah Catton jumped on the faceoff, and England all tied up 6-6. They're going to see what they can do. They beat Finland 9-2 on day 1. And then they had an 11-4 win over Hong Kong, 14-3 over the Netherlands. Lost 11-6 to Germany in a terrific game yesterday. That shot by Lewis is wide. Ford's fighting after this loose ball. Good job to fight. And that's got no. Okay, I thought that was a slash from Brianna Tremblay. Tremblay didn't like the physical play going for the loose ball as they were battling for it, and she responds with a slash that. And then she cross-checks, and she's going to get a penalty. I put some money on this. Brianna Tremblay will take a penalty before the end of this game if she continues to play like that. The slash and then the cross-check on a player just coming off the bench had nothing to do with it. And that we're back to even strength, but maybe not for long. They're getting a little riled up, as is wont to happen. Pass out top, and the network has a chance here with Jessica Benning. They've got 7 seconds to shoot. Great trail check, Claudia Lane. Talked to Claudia after their game yesterday. She was very upset about a play where they gave up a goal. The 30 expires. England gets the ball back. Big bump by Hannah Foxcroft as time runs out. She flattens Natasha Bronkhorst. And Bronkhorst will return the favor with a solid check. Knocks the ball loose there. But she was saying she was very upset about one goal that Germany scored on, that she felt like she misplayed. Ball popped out to the corner. She was going to fight for it. Went right to a German player. I was like, yeah, that's a mistake. A tough bounce. But overall, you played really well. She's like, okay, well, thanks. But, players just, everyone's so hard on themselves. So tough. And, lots of mistakes happening. Lots of great stuff happening. That shot's going to go wide now. So it's going to be a possession call on that check. You hear the Global Network coaches asking, one of them asking, when do we get out of the box? Because obviously Eric Evans is stuck in there, but it's on a hard stop. It's not on just a possession change. So if there's a goal or a penalty, they get out. Otherwise, those offsetting minors stay in the box, and that could be huge here. I mean, having Eric Evans on the floor is a difference maker for the network here. It increases their chances of winning probably threefold. Here's a chance. Oh, nice little reverse whip or tuck attempt by Ellie Rackle. She gets it back again, loses the ball, but Lewis gets it, spins, and then a great shot stop by Evelyn Susie, and that's going to be obviously a crease violation as Lewis went up in the net. Great pickup by Lewis. What a save by Evelyn Susie. And, oh, okay, I think the network wants a timeout. So that timeout will release the players from the box, and that, I think that's pretty wise. 3:35 to go, use your timeout, and that releases both players. So Evans available once again for the Global Network. It is 6-6 with 22 seconds to go. Yeah, England lost 11-6 to Germany yesterday in a terrific game. I was saying it's one of the best women's box lacrosse games not involving a team from Canada that I've seen. Quite honestly, it was great. It was very good lacrosse. Definitely you could see fatigue as they were playing a full 60-minute game. It was the second full 60-minute game for both the teams. Germany has a very, very fit team. They held on well. England was gassed in the fourth quarter. You could see that they ran out of steam in the fourth, started making some physical mistakes and some mental mistakes. And that is, again, a big part of the reason you come here and get these games in is they have not had a lot of chances to play. It's just so wonderful to see women getting to play box lacrosse around the world. And I'm so thrilled to be part of this. So glad that you were watching, everyone who's there. So it is 6-6 with 3:30 to go. For the network, Eric Evans with 4 goals, Brianna Tremblay with 2. For England, Lauren Lewis and Lucy Ford 2 each, Ellie Rackle and Katie Greenwood 1 each. Here's Evans, drives down the middle, shoots, save, Lucy Nares. Evans is down, she got hit hard, big collision with her and Fran Partial. And they're bringing out the trainer, actually head coach. Okay, yeah, Tremblay's going to the box. This is going to be unsportsmanlike. And a 10-minute misconduct. So Tremblay's gone. She gets 1 for the unsportsmanlike and a 10-minute misconduct for vocally expressing her displeasure. Evans very upset that there was no penalty called on the check as she went to the net and got squeezed pretty hard between a couple of England players. So, you can hear the England coaches. Leslie Hawk is the head coach, or sorry, not England, the Women's Network head coach. Leslie Hawk and her assistant trying to just say, hey, let's just stay calm. Let's keep our heads in the game. And now they're upset. Yeah, the network's upset that they're being asked to send another player over, but it's correct. Someone has to go and serve the 1-minute minor because Tremblay has to stay in for 10 minutes. Well, for the final 3:15, and someone has to go and serve it. So the in-home should be going over. That would be actually Savannah Smith, I believe, is the in-home for the network, but they're going to send over Meredith Ingham Clark. So she'll serve the 1 minute, and then she'll be released with 2:15 to go. And Tremblay has to stay in the box for the rest of the game. Penalty kill for the network to see if they can retain a chance here to pull ahead when they get back even. They'd love a shorthanded goal, I'm sure. Gets away from Bathurst. Great hustle. Mackenzie Shimko gets out on her, knocks it loose. You can see the Shimko seeing that opportunity was there, knocked it free. They do get it back. Laura Beeman has it over to Bathurst, down to 14 to shoot. That's some really good work. Leah Catton and Mackenzie Shimko on the penalty kill on the near side for the Global Network. Just doing a great job. And now Shimko's going to get possession, and she's going to try to drive to the net. Laura Beeman, pretty good job defensively, and Lewis comes to help out. Catton spinning, loses the ball, but she's going to be the first one there. Great hustle. Shimko tries to get it. The network retaining possession. Network a little hungrier for loose balls at this point in this battle. And they're going to get possession. A long shot from outside. Not sure Lucy Mayers was really ready for that as it was fired in by Bridget Nielsen. Now Nielsen's going to head back on D. Here's a chance for Lewis. Scores. England takes advantage. A great shift up in the offensive end, using up the 30 seconds for the Global Network, but they just cannot match the precision of Lauren Lewis here. That is just inside the post. She had a dozen goals coming into the game, well leading the England team. She has 15 on the weekend now. And it's 7-6. England has pulled ahead. This is a great battle. You hear the Global Network screaming it's not over yet. Haley, the assistant coach, I'm sorry, I've blanked on her last name. The Arthur Passion is coming in. Dunk attempt by Evans. Okay, and Evans is just kind of laughing now because that would Lucy Mayers chopped down on the back of Evans with her goalie stick. And honestly, that's got to be a call. That is a slash. There's no question about it. Evans gets it, and I think she's going to look for the last laugh on Mayers here. She'll try and pass it down. Doesn't quite connect with Adele Larden, but she does get it. And now the chance. That one's just missed. That was Avery Gert shooting. The pass to Claudia Lane doesn't connect, just going to roll all the way down the floor. Lane's going to go try and put some pressure on, and it's going to prove almost fruitful as it was bobbled momentarily by the network's Natasha Bronkhorst. She will get it, though, and proceed up into the offensive zone. Spinning away here is Avery Gert. 7-6 England, 1:15 to play. Network putting all kinds of pressure on. Okay, and there was actually, that's interesting, there was a discussion at halftime because England thought there should have been a penalty at one point for checking in the crease. Nice catch there. That was Avery Gert getting that one. That was not a penalty. Evans shoots, just misses. Put back, ties it up, Leah Catton, Johnny on the spot, gets the rebound off the boards. And that turns out to be important. The penalty was not called, and it's a good call. You can't check the goalie in the crease. You can't check their stick if they're in the crease. If they're reaching out, you can't chop down. If they have their feet 2 feet in the crease, you can't chop down. But you can rake underneath. But if they throw a pass, you can be in front of it. If the ball has left their stick and then their stick hits your stick, that's not a penalty. If you're reaching over the cylinder of the crease and contact their stick while they're still passing, that is a penalty. There was a play earlier where England thought they should have had a penalty called. They did not get it. And there's a huge save, Lucy Mayers. And when Evans was on top of Mayers, forcing there, that was not a penalty. The ball had left the stick. And England, wait, England just called timeout. I thought they had already used their timeout. They did. They used their timeout in the first half on the play where Davina Ematulu was carrying it over center. And there's only one timeout per game. So we'll see. Yeah, you can see Eric Evans, the captain for the network, saying that's their second timeout. And that would be a delay of game penalty. I don't think it's being called. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure, though, that it was. And now they're saying nobody has any timeouts left. I'm like 95% sure that Scott Jordan, because he was so upset because he didn't get it for a while, because he was trying to call it while Ematulu was in trouble. And then he eventually did get it, and that avoided the over and back call, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. Maybe they didn't, but I really thought they did. Anyway, here we are. And speaking of the devil, Ematulu. We were just mentioning her earlier with the timeout situation. She has the ball. We'll try to get through this double team. Oh, Catton got the neck up close to the stick. Great work by Ematulu to get to that ball, but Catton bumps her away. And I'm not sure that was called. 24 seconds left. Network has it. From the top, a rip. Save by Mayers. Avery Gert was looking dangerous. Great job by Evans to check Ematulu back into the crease. That becomes a back in, and the network gets possession again. Catton will start with it. 15 seconds to go. Catton serving. Oh, nice pass. Finds Finch Philbrook. Shot way wide. Evans grabs it. They've got 8 to shoot. She shoots off the post. Evans hits the far post. It pings all the way down the floor. Dirt's going after it, but she's only got 2 seconds. She'll fling it ahead. They're not going to have time. We are tied up 7-7 after 30 minutes of play. Now, generally in the E-box, they've been going to penalty shootouts. Are we going to do that? I hope so. Nah, it looks like they're going to have a tie. Oh, they're saying, hang on. I say let's go to the shootout. There's a discussion going on. Shootout! There we go. Let's do this. I imagine Lucy Mayers will stay in as she played the second half for England. And for the network, Evelyn Susie has played the whole game. So they will be the goaltenders, and we are going to have a shootout. Let me guess. Erica Evans for the network, and I would be leaning maybe Avery Gert. Now, Brianna Trombley would be one of the shooters. Can she take a shot? Because she was still in the penalty box for her major when time ended. I don't think she can. I think she's still a penalized player. But first, we're going to see England with a shot. Evelyn Susie between the pipes, and Laura Beeman is coming out to take it. Lauren Lewis, for sure, is going to be one of their shooters, and it looks like Rosie Bathurst standing on the floor will be the other. So the righty, alternate captain, Laura Beeman, will try and start things off. Evelyn Susie sets herself on her goal line, sets where she is on her posts. Beeman goes out wide. Susie staying deep, reverses, and nice spot. Laura Beeman tucks it in. Susie chose to stay deep and just move with Beeman. Didn't take away much of an angle, and I think she's ruining that at this point. Here's Lucy Mayers. She'll be facing Erica Evans. Evans, the lefty, comes over to the near side. Slowly coming in, inexorably making her way to the net. Stop! Lucy Mayers. And she is fired up and does the Mayers stomp with that left foot slamming into the turf. And just gets it in the N or the D of the England on Mayers' chest. That's not the shot Evans was hoping to get. It was close. She wanted to drag Mayers across, go back to the near pipe, and didn't quite drag her enough or get it back enough. Here's Rosie Bathurst. Could really put a lock on this one for England. She does! Goes to that far post. Bathurst has the second goal for England. So the situation, network has to score. Both of their chances to have England not score in their last one. And Brianna Trombley's going to take, and I honestly don't think she should be allowed to. I'd have to check. I don't know that for sure, so I'll check after. Now the officials are having a talk before she takes her shot. I think they're saying, yeah, you can't shoot this. You're in the box for a major. Oh, they're going to let her go. That's big for the network, because she is probably, after Evans, the most dangerous sniper. Another lefty comes in wide. She's dragging across. Oh, nice answer save. It goes wide. Great play by Trombley to pull Mayers across and go around her, but Mayers forces her to go wide. England will win this one in a penalty shootout. Huge thrill for England. Huge game. More growth for Women's Global Box-Lacrosse Network. Women's Box-Lacrosse Global Network. I will occasionally get this right. And that is some very exciting box-lacrosse. And the network goes to get Evelyn Susie. That's not on her. I mean, yeah, you'd love to see her make those saves, but those are some tough shooters making good shots in a shootout as England pulls off the win to wrap up their SHEBOX tournament. This has been fantastic. I'm Stephen Sam. Thanks for being with us here on the LCC Radotín channel. And coming up next is the Canadian Lacrosse League select team representing Canada, and they will be up against England's men's team. I got to be back for that one, so I'll talk to you in a few minutes.